Before we go to the fifth and final question, I want to unpack the answer from before about you mentoring young men.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of young men that I speak to, listen to, read comments from, hear from, you see a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
A lot of men these days feel a lot of pressure and a lot of stress, and some of them feel left behind, forgotten, confused as to their place in society based on so many other things. At the same time, you're coming at from the angle that they need to take responsibility. There needs to be discipline. There needs to be accountability. What would you say to any young men who are listening right now, watching right now, who feel a lot of pressure, who feel a lot of stress? How would you address that?
3 women graduating from college for every 2 over the next 5 years. No group has fallen further faster in America than young men. 4 times as likely to kill themselves, Jay. You're in a morgue with 5 people who have died by suicide. 4 of them are men. 3 times more likely to be addicted, 12 times more likely to be incarcerated. We don't have a homeless problem. We have a male homeless problem. We don't have an incarceration problem. We have a male incarcerated. We don't have an opioid epidemic. We have a male opioid epidemic. A lot of the jobs that they relied on without a college education have been outsourced. They're maturing later. So we have a group of men who've been convinced they can have a reasonable facsimile of life on a screen in an algorithm. And we're producing millions of these men. How many women have you met? Or how many times have you heard, I know all these great women who are attractive, high character, professionally shit together, and they can't find men? No, they can. They just can't find any men they want to date. 1 in 3 men under the age of 30 has a girlfriend. 2 in 3 women has a boyfriend. Why? Because women are dating older because they want someone who's more economically and emotionally viable. So I really think this is a crisis. I think there's a variety of things we need to do around education reform that rewards more what I call boyish behavior and attributes. I think we need more freshman seats at universities. I'd like to see national service. All right, we need to reconfigure the laws. We can't have people work 40 hours a week and be in poverty. Like, how can they like be good dads, right? Or good moms? How can they have a loving relationship with their spouse when they're in poverty working 40 hours?